Hey guys, I wanted to post an update really fast and kind of talk about a couple things. Today was my first official weigh-in, and I'm actually kind of bummed because I thought last month was my first official weigh-in, but apparently not. My insurance, like I said in my other video, I have a 6-month period that I have to sort of wait and prove myself before they'll approve my surgery. So to me, I think that's a blessing and a curse, because part of me is just like, I want to get this over with, and then part of me is like, the 6 months will be beneficial because I can fully come to terms with what's going to happen and do all my research and find out any last minute things and be completely comfortable with my decision. I can't gain, well, no one is supposed to gain weight during the 6-month period, but I can't gain a lot of weight, but I also can't lose a lot of weight. So the insurance company wants you to try and lose weight on your own and show them that you're unsuccessful. So you should try to lose a little bit of weight is what they told me, but I can't lose more than like 10 pounds. Otherwise, I might not be eligible according to my insurance. I don't know. I think it's crazy. So I met with my nutritionist today, as well as with a behavioral therapist, which is really cool that my bariatric surgeon has this really unique way of running his practice, which is, instead of just getting him as a doctor, you get 3 doctors. So you get a nutritionist, you get a behavioral therapist, and you get him. So I think it's really awesome. In any area that you feel like you're not doing so well, you can go and meet with that person, whether it's the doctor himself or the therapist or the nutritionist. So I'm really excited, and they have several support groups as well as online support groups, and I'm definitely going to take advantage of that because I just think it's really important to talk to other people who are going through all the different stages of surgery. So the main reason why I wanted to post the video was because I wanted to kind of tell you guys why I'm having the surgery, because I do understand that when some people see that a 20-year-old is having weight loss surgery, they have all these judgments and all these questions, and so I just kind of wanted to explain my personal situation. I was diagnosed with something called pseudotumor cerebri in 2007, and it was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. If you guys don't know what that is, you should Google it, but I'll kind of explain it. It's, from what I understand, it has to do with spinal fluid production. Basically, it causes your optic nerves to swell up really bad, which causes migraines and blurry vision and your eyes to hurt and just a bunch of symptoms. Everyone's different with their symptoms, but for me, it was massive, massive migraines to the point where I was, this is a little bit graphic, but I was throwing up all day. I would take a sip of water and take some medicine and I would throw it up. I would eat a bite of something, I would take a sip of broth and I would immediately throw it up. It was so bad that I literally thought I was dying, and no doctor knew what to do. I went from doctor to doctor, and I went from specialist to specialist, and no one knew what the heck was wrong with me. They kept giving me all these medicines, and it would cover up some of the symptoms, but it never went away. And finally, they figured out that it was pseudotumor cerebri, and I ended up having to have an emergency surgery because one day, big spots of my vision field were gone. So I was essentially going blind, and it was really scary, and they said that there was a chance that it was irreversible, and it was just the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. And luckily, after they put something called a shunt into my lower back, and it helps control my spinal fluid, and immediately when I woke up from the surgery, all my migraines were gone, and it was just like a light switch, and it was awful to think back to the time where I had this. It was like I was a zombie. I didn't eat, I didn't drink, I didn't watch TV, or I didn't talk to people. I literally just, I covered up my windows with newspaper and blankets, and I was living in a dark room for, I think it was about 4 months. It was just awful. I don't wish that upon anyone, and I seem cheerful about it now, but it was the worst thing that's ever happened. So that was in 2007, and 2007 was by far the worst year of my life. So what made me decide to get the surgery is that the shunt surgery is just a temporary fix to the problem. There's no definite solution to this problem other than, according to some doctors, losing a significant amount of weight. And I tried on and off all throughout 2007 to lose a lot of weight, and I would lose 20 pounds and I would gain 5, and I would lose 25 and I would gain 7, and then I would gain 20, and it was not good for my body to keep gaining and losing weight like that. And I got to talking to some of my doctors, and they said, you know, with your weight and your age and your health, you might consider weight loss surgery. And at first I was totally against it, totally against it. I thought it was taking the easy way out, and that it was only a last resort for people who were on their deathbeds because of obesity. And luckily, I educated myself about it, and I made the decision to go ahead a whole year and a half later to go ahead and have the surgery. So hopefully the surgery will completely take care of all of my symptoms forever. Hopefully, fingers crossed, forever. So they can take my shunt out, and hopefully I won't have any more symptoms. And so I'm really excited. So that's my story. I'm mostly having this for medical reasons. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I want to just be healthy and be able to play sports again, and to have energy and just act like someone who's my age. So that's my update. I'll try and post again in a few weeks or whenever I have something to update with. Right now, since I'm so early in the pre-op stage, I don't really have a whole bunch to talk about, but I actually do have a question for anyone who's watching this. Are you guys, or did you guys tell everyone, like your family and your friends, that you were having the surgery? Because I am really struggling with the decision to tell people. I'm a really private person, and I don't want to tell people, but I know how important it is to have support, so I've been thinking about it. And I think I'm going to go with not telling them until way after I lose a significant amount of weight, because there's just a lot of judgment and just a lot of misconception about the surgery. So my fear is that I'll tell them and it'll be mixed reactions, and I just don't want any extra stress. And you know, my reasons for my surgery are my own, and just like everyone else. And so I was wondering if anyone else was struggling with that, or if you decided to tell right away or what. So if you want to leave a comment, let me know, because I'm really interested. Bye guys, thanks for watching.